Hi everyone, welcome to the accumulation and momentum data analysis for 21st of July. Today was a pretty decent day, especially for the Nifty and the mid caps. If you look at both of them, up more than 0.5%. Although the small caps they kind of ended flat for the day, it was mostly the today's rally was mostly driven by financial names. That is the two big banks that came out with results, right? So we'll look at the important news and also look at how the accumulation and the momentum data analysis is telling us, right? So whatever results have been posted so far, it has been pretty tepid, I would say, right? So clearly the growth is not there except for RIL. Even the RIL, that is Reliance, had a other income, which kind of one-time gain, which kind of made it profits look very high. But if you take that out, banking, financial sector, the FMCG or IT sector, whichever has kind of come out with results so far, they have been lackluster and at a 9-quarter low, right? So which is quite concerning if you look at it. But still, we are just at the start of the result season. Let's see how the whole season plays out. What I had also pointed out is the ones which are export oriented, they should do better, not the IT guys, let's say the pharma and other stuff, right, which are kind of exporting to the US and China. Those guys should come out with better set of results than most of the players that are domestic, right? So one can concentrate there. But as of now, the mood is not, the sentiment is not that great, especially after whatever results we have gotten so far, right? But if you look at it, the banking names actually went up and they are close to their all-time high today. That is because the market is sensing that probably the worst is kind of behind us and they should start doing well in the coming quarters, right? So the market is clearly betting on the coming quarters. And also historically, if you look at something like HDFC Bank and all of that, their valuations is somewhere around 20-year low, right? So that is also kind of making a lot of people more put more money in these financial names and also most of these large caps, which are trading at a kind of 15, 20-year low valuations, right? So that is giving them comfort, right? Now coming to the accumulation. So the large cap accumulation kind of actually fell, although we kind of moved higher, but money moving into large cap stocks is not that great today, right? If you look at the momentum did spike a bit, showing that okay, probably there is some kind of a bottom formation happening. That is the reason why you see a pretty decent bump up, or let's say a small bump up in momentum as of now. Now coming to the mid caps momentum, the accumulation kind of stays flat, very similar to the last two trading sessions of last Thursday and Friday. Nothing much here, to be honest. And if you look at the momentum, very similar to the large caps, a very small spike coming in, right? So that is because most of the financial stocks were up today, and also a few of these metal names were also up in trade, right? Now, coming to the small cap accumulation, the small cap accumulation did do much better than what we saw on Fridays. Friday was there was a pretty big drop, but today's accumulation is back to the Wednesday, Thursday levels that Thursday, Friday levels that we saw last week, right? Which is a good sign. But the small caps, they continued the momentum in most of them, it kind of dropped, right? Although there are around 300 names where the momentum is still good, but from 350 odd levels, we have kind of come down to 300. So there is definitely some cooling off happening in the small cap space. Those with accumulation are continuing to do well, but the ones without accumulation or without real growth coming in, right? Those are not really doing that great, right? So this is today's analysis. Probably tomorrow we should continue being at the same levels or move a bit higher, looking at the momentum and the accumulation. Right? Hope this helps. I'll make another video tomorrow after tomorrow's session. Thank you.